Alrighty guys, so welcome back for another Dokkan Battle video, and today we're going to be taking on the new Extreme Z battle for the physical physical Trunks, AGL Goten, and then STR Android 18. Alright, so this category is actually weak to artificial life forms, just like the Super Saiyan 4s were. Obviously the Super Saiyan 4s were weak to artificial life forms because, you know, Goku was fighting Baby when he managed to turn into Super Saiyan 4, so I guess, you know, by that logic, they're like, hey, let's make him weak to artificial life forms. Again, this trio were fighting Bio Broly. For those of you who haven't watched the movie, you know, they were, you know, basically fighting Bio Broly, who's a villain that we don't necessarily talk about because he's a monstrosity that was created. Again, Bio Broly, we prefer to forget about him. So, again, you know, because Bio Broly was, I guess, artificially engineered, you know, out of the remains of Broly by some, like, weird ooze thing, I guess he's considered, like, an artificial life form. So, you know, here we are using artificial life forms once more. Of course, the category is led by, Dababy. Let's go! Anyways, aside from that cringy meme, and I apologize for that, but, yeah, it's led by LR Baby, Super Baby 2. So anyways, again, Super Baby 2 and then its Tech Exchange Boo are the only leaders for the category. Again, artificial life forms is one of those categories where it's like they really need to give it more because it's actually not a bad category. I mean, artificial life forms, the only thing it really misses is like more options. That's basically all the category needs. It's just a little bit more options for itself because, again, currently, again, artificial life forms is one of those categories where it does have a good roster of units. Like the idea behind it is good. Like, it's one of these categories that I think should exist because, again, you know, technically units like Boo was artificially created through magic, Baby's artificially created, so was Cell, all the androids. So again, there is a good idea behind it. The main issue lies in that I personally think there should be other units on this team that don't necessarily make the cut. Because again, most of it is like androids and like a couple of other units here and there. Because if we take a quick look at it, artificial life forms, you'll see what I'm talking about. Again, like obviously you got your mechanical robots, you got the Boos, you got the Android 18s. You know, you've got a ton of other units as well down here. You know, Bio Broly's right there as well. But I do think there could be more done to this category that just isn't there. But, again, that's just another thing that we really need to work on with Dokkan is it's really small categories that just need a lot more help to it. Like, for example, who else could be on this category? Maybe like Copy Vegeta, because again, Copy Vegeta, I mean, technically, I mean, honestly, man, I don't know, I'm just kind of like rambling on here, but I just feel like there could be more units put on this category that you could make a solid argument for, is basically, I guess, what I'm trying to go for here. But, again, overall, again, the roster is not bad. Yeah, I mean, as you guys saw right there, Super 17's on this category, all the androids are going to be on there, so, you know, they'll obviously keep pushing, you know, android units towards us because, again, I mean, they sell I mean, they sell decently well. Maybe not the craziest amount, like, say, like the Saiyans, obviously, but they do sell a decent amount, which is, I guess, good for the category, so, you know, we always know that we're always going to be getting buffs to it. But, yeah, I mean, it's a solid category overall. It does need help, for sure. I think a big thing for it would be just giving us like a new version of Baby, maybe like a transforming Super Baby into Super Baby 2, I think would be really good, or just another standalone Super Baby 2, because the only babies we have is the, you know, grade 8 versions of it, because this LR has a transformation into a grade 8, so we technically don't even have just a regular standalone, no grade 8 involved Super Baby 2, which I think would be really, really good for the category overall. Because again, Baby's a pretty interesting villain. Again, he's actually one of those villains where it's like, I actually like really like what they did with him because he's like really interesting. Like the whole idea behind him is actually quite intriguing. So again, I really do hope they just continue on you know, giving us newer, better versions of characters, because again, this category really does need it, you know, in terms of needing new characters, because overall, in terms of cohesiveness, I mean, they are going to work really well together, especially if you have Exchange Boo, because again, all the, like, the Boo units are going to be on this category team, so, you know, running Exchange Boo with, like, a full artificial life forms like Boo, you know, kind of base team is going to be, again, really, really good for you, because, you know, all the Boos are going to link up well together. There's going to be a lot of good cohesiveness in the category and all that. So, again, it's going to work out overall pretty good for you. So, anyways, after that long-ass rambling about the Artificial Life Forms team, I should probably talk about the EZA that we're doing here. So, for those of you who don't know, again, Physical, Trunks, AGL Goten, and STR Android 18 got their EZA. Again, this is their Extreme Z battle, obviously. And I would actually highly recommend every single person go ahead and EZA these guys, because again, they're extremely powerful. Like, these units, literally, I would consider them to be busted and broken. They're just that good. Again, they're just built different, honestly. Like, there's really no, like, other way to put it. They're just built different. You know, they stack, because they stack their defense by 50% for 6 turns. So again, that's already a significantly powerful effect, because 6 turns of greatly stacking your defense, which is basically like 50%, which is exactly what they do. Again, that's really, really powerful, because say they start out at around, shoot, let's even like lowball it. Let's start 50k defense. Half of that would be 75, and then half of 75 would be, let's say, let's make it 35. Then they're already at 100k. Half of 100k is 50. Boom, and then you add one more. Half of 150, 75. Boom, they're already over 200k. And that's not even counting things like additionals, which they can get, because Goten is AGL, Trunks is physical. So even if you have them at 55%, you know, they do have that 5 additional built into them, meaning that they can theoretically get additional super attacks even without needing anything in their hidden potential system other than just the free 5 dodge that they get, or not 5 dodge, the 5 additional that they get. So again, very easily you begin to see just how really ridiculously busted all these units are. Alright, so I did bring Exchange Boo here. The reason for that is because, again, I really wanted to, again, kind of show off this unit as well. Because, again, I do talk a lot of smack about this unit, about how he's bad, and, you know, all that stuff. But at the same time, I don't think he's, you know, completely useless. He does have his, you know, his value and his use. Again, Skinny Boo, I would say, is probably better than this Boo right here. Just because, again, Skinny Boo has like a 30% chance to dodge, he has a chance to stun, he seals. So he does do things, like it's not like he's just like complete fodder. But at the same time, it's like they could have done just so much more with him. Because it just astounds me how much better Int Gotenks is. Like, you compare what Int Gotenks does to this, like, Super Boo, and you're just like, why did they shaft Super Boo so hard? Or, like, Exchange Boo? Because, you know, Int Gotenks can triple super attack, because he's got an additional built into his passive for him to super attack multiple times. He greatly raises defense every single time he super attacks, so you want to get super attacks with him. And then he also, on top of that, has a 70% chance to stun on each super attack. And then you see Skinny Boo, who again doesn't have a bad passive, but it's like he has no defense to back it up. Yeah, stunning, sealing, having a chance to dodge is great and all, but if you don't have any defense, what's the point? Because that's kind of the meta right now, is defense. If you don't have good defense, well, you're kind of screwed, because you're gonna get mollywopped, you're gonna get hit really hard, and you're just gonna die. So it's like, why did they just like get so ridiculously crazy with, you know, Int Gotenks, but then just leave Exchange Boo out in the cold like that? Like, sometimes it just doesn't make sense with me, you know? It's just like, why? there's just such a big difference between the two units. It's just like, well, clearly they didn't like Skinny Boo as much as Gotenks, or else they would have made him just as crazy. But you know, those are just some of the design choices. I'm just like, why? Because again, Gotenks has defense at the start of turn. Skinny Boo doesn't. Like 40% damage reduction is nice and all, but it's not enough nowadays. Like if you're gonna have damage reduction, it needs to be at least 50% or more to actually be, you know, viable and actually like effective in battle. Or at least have like 50% defense at the start of turn with 40% damage reduction, and Skinny Boo would have been absolutely fine. You know, like he doesn't need insanely high levels of defense, because again, he does have the damage reduction, but if they had just given him like, again, 50% defense to at least jump up his defense to like maybe around 90, 80k, you know, he would have been fine in terms of tanking and all that. But, you know, they just were like, you know what, we're just gonna completely shaft this unit from being able to have defense and actually defend. And yeah, it's just like, sometimes it just escapes me, you know? I just sit there and I wonder, like, where did they go wrong with Skinny Boo? And it comes back to the very same thing, defense. He just lacks defense, man. It's the only issue with him. Alright, another big rant on why Exchange Boo is bad. God, dude. I feel like these videos are therapeutic, man. Especially the easy A ones where you're just going around beating them. What's troubling you now, my child? Skinny Boo doesn't have defense. So let me go on a friggin' 6-hour rant talking about why he needs defense. Because that's what my viewers came to see, me rant about a unit. God, I'm just different, man. Alright. This Easy A is going pretty slow, I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably gonna end the video after this fight. Again, this Easy A is not too hard, it's just very, very long. That's the only thing with this fight, is that it just takes forever to beat. Again, it's not very hard. You know, you run a combined leader skill of Baby and Exchange Boo, mostly because, you know, it pushes you over 500k health, which is going to be really important, so that's always good. I would run the 2 cells as a rotation if you have them. If you don't have an LR cell, you could swap them out for the Prime Battle Tech First Form cell, or vice versa. You know, if you don't have physical cell but you have int cell, you know, you can kind of just like switch the two. But yeah, man, again, this Easy A is not bad. It's not like, oh my god, I can't beat it levels of like, you know, crazy hardness. It's just more of, it's very tedious. So I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna do this. I barely ever get to see Super Boo in terms of using him as a unit, so we're just gonna do this. Because again, I mean, Super Boo, once he comes out into the actual battlefield, he's actually really good. Like, Super Boo's super disgustingly broken, because Super Boo has 50% damage reduction. Yep, that's the damage reduction we want, 50%. And then he also raises his defense by 50% for 3 turns. So even though his defense there is, again, 44k, again, after he super attacks, it's going to be at around, like, what, 66k? With 50% damage reduction is actually going to be viable. Like, you can actually see that work. And then I'm not even counting his link set as well, because if you're with, you know, another Boo unit, things like While Standing Tall, Majin, Metamorphosis, they all give extra attack and defensive buffs. So again, you know, full level 10 links, you know, these, I mean, Exchange Boo is just going to be really, really good overall. It's just that, again, if you don't have a good linking partner with him, or if you don't have him, you know, like, get multiple super attacks, his defense can look a little bad, but again, do keep in mind, he does have the damage reduction, but again, he's still a really good unit. It's not like Super Boo's bad. Like, Super Boo's really good. It's just Skinny Boo and Exchange Boo that kind of suck. Alright, so hopefully, Baby can go ahead and end the fight here. This has been going on long enough. Please kill Gotenks. Thank you. God, this fight just took way longer than I expected. Alright, there we are. again, this fight is not hard, it's just, it takes forever, man. This fight takes forever, yeah. Again, I'm totally gonna beat this easy 8 again. It's not hard, it's just super tedious and super annoying. So anyways, guys, that is gonna do it for today's video. Again, just use artificial life forms. I guess I could do like a quick, I guess I could do like a build guide. So this is artificial life forms. Again, you want to run Baby. If you have any of the cells, run them. If you have Super 17 Easy 8, use him. If you have this Android 16, he's going to be pretty good. This Mirror is also going to be very, very solid because, again, he's greatly raising defense on super attack. So do keep that in mind as well. If you have Easy 8 Int Kid Buu, again, he's also going to be super, super good. This Android 13 is going to be a very solid free-to-play option as well. Who else? I mean, I have a ton of like units here that I don't even have Awaken that you could use. Like, you could use Super Buu, you could use this Easy A Fat Buu, you could even use Skinny Buu. You could also use, is this Buff Buu? Yeah, you could also use Buff Buu for sure. Again, so you could just basically run like a full Buu-based team, because again, it could work. Again, artificial life forms, it's small, but it's a very decent category. I just don't have any of my units like really like fully built up that I should. Like, you know, Easy 8 Int Kid Buu and Buff Buu and Super Buu and all that. But yeah, guys, again, artificial life forms, it's not going to be too bad. Again, Baby's a really good leader, or if you don't have Baby, if you have Exchange Buu, run Exchange Buu as your leader as well. So yeah, I mean, overall the stage should be a piece of cake. I don't really foresee any problems. It's just going to take a while, that I will say, because again, they do have surprisingly a tremendous amount of health. So that is annoying, but you know, it is what it is. So anyways, guys, that is going to do it for today's video, and I will see you all next time.
The name of this one is Rosé. Oh, this is the power of legendary Super Saiyan Goten. Now I understand.